And welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing Reddit stories that have really entitled people, so let's just get into it. The first story here has a title of I Told You the Truth. It's a bit cryptic, I could say, but let's get into it. My niece has a bad habit of using people, but not paying back her dues. I came around for every birthday, graduation, sports event, housewarming, you name it, for 27 years. Then my niece sends me a save the date for her wedding, and 2 weeks before the wedding, she lets me know that I'm welcome at the party at her parents' house on the evening of her wedding. That's it. 27 years of showing up and giving presents, but I'm not allowed at the ceremony. Wow. Just allowed to drop off a cash gift at the party in her parents' very large backyard. They're rich, so it's not about the money. My niece recently asked my advice on building an extension to her house before she bought the house. I knew that wasn't possible because she already had a big extension at the back of the house. There's a rule that only a certain percentage of your backyard may be built on. You see, when she needs me, she contacts me. So I just said, you can ask the city council, and left it at that. They ended up buying the house and asking permission to build an extension. It was refused. Now she's mad at me because I didn't warn her. Too bad. Good luck with your €550,000 house with only one toilet and having to go outside to the garage to do your laundry. Wow, okay. I don't know the exact details of the relationship they had for all these years. However, maybe she feels that you're not very close together, so maybe that's why. But this behavior is a bit... there's no excuse for it, to be honest. The comments say that person would be getting a $5 McDonald's gift certificate for a wedding present. And then someone replied, why go to that much trouble? Another comment here says, this would also fit in one of the revenge subreddits. Oh, okay, we got a long comment here, and then we'll move on to the next story. Even if she wanted one of those small, intimate weddings where only immediate family comes, I would include anyone who has been front and center supporting me my whole life, which would be you. Her wedding, her rules, but you get to decide how much you want.
All my fellow Filipinos, now this is my side. Listen, look, and listen, and learn.
What is this English? How much you want to be involved after the wedding. Actions speak louder than words do. So after the wedding, if something happens and this comes up again, and she starts apologizing or making excuses, just remember how easy it is to say those things. But when it came down to actively showing you how much she cares and appreciates you, she didn't. She has no clue how lucky she is. Ugh, it just keeps going on. I'm tired. Okay. There's no one family member of mine who was there for me every single birthday, holiday, special events, etc. Not even my parents. I would have done anything for anyone in my family to want to be there for me in these ways you describe. Maybe someday she will start to see it herself and come to you in a genuine way to make things right. Until then, I wouldn't say cut all contact, but stop with the gifts, advice, etc. until she's trying to spend time with you for no other reason but to be with you. I actually agree with that. There's many people who take advantage of you no matter how much you've done for them, and they're still not at that level of maturity to understand how they should treat you and what it really means, because to reach the level of maturity, you need to have also experienced ways of like, oh, okay, I've done everything for them, but they're not doing that for me. Oh, but then this person, I feel like that's what I'm doing to them. So then Our next story, my coke habit got me in trouble. Why is it in like 1 years? But okay. Well, not really, but I did have to pee in a cup. So it's been a long weekend. My 2 sons and I were helping my daughter move. It was a nice and warm weekend, and so on our last load to our house, I decided to treat the crew and myself to some Slurpees from the local 7-Eleven. Much to my dismay, the Coke dispenser was doing a thaw cycle and wasn't available. The rest of the crew likes the other flavors, so they were satisfied, but had to settle for Dr. Pepper instead. I think I tried Dr. Pepper when I was like 13. It was meh. I don't know why people like it that much, but whatever.
Oh my god! Wow!
We get to our new house, get everything unloaded, and I peel off. I never heard someone like say that they get ready or something by saying I peel off. Are you a banana? What is this? I peel off as I have to get to work in a few hours. Quick shower, get into my uniform, I'm a paramedic. And since it's been a while and I'm really craving a Slurpee, I stop at the same 7-Eleven on my way to the station. The machine had finished cycling and was running. Yay. As I'm paying, the clerk who sees me in all the time jokes, had to come back for one, didn't you? To which I replied, yeah, this Coke habit is a crutch. I mean, you could pretty much understand that you're talking about cola, right? Like a drink. Like, I don't know why I feel like this might be like, oh my god, you're doing cocaine. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I'm wishing I hadn't made that joke, as some woman heard that and started ranting about how I shouldn't do drugs. I tried to explain the joke to her. You know, I have a thing for Coca-Cola Slurpees, to the point it's a habit of getting them. Coca-Cola is often shortened to Coke. I have a bit of a habit.
That you
I can't even speak. I have a habit of getting Coke Slurpees. Coke habit. Nope, woman would not listen. Started ranting more about how EMS staff should not be taking drugs and that she's going to report me to the department, and stormed off. What is wrong with her? She has free time on her hands at this point. I got to the station and I went straight away to the captain's office. I explained what happened and that the woman threatened to report me. He said if she did, we'd deal with it then. He also asked me if I were to be drug tested, would the results come back clean? I said that they would without hesitation. He sent me on my way. That's a bit like, whoa.
Like,
In the middle of dinner, the captain calls me into his office and says I have to go home for the rest of the shift. I'm then to report to one of the local labs in the area and take a drug screening, and then I'm not to come in until the results are processed, typically 3 days. Wow. Yes, the miserable twat waffle. Oh my god, are you British? Twat waffle. Reported my ass, and I'm put on the inactive roster until the results are in. Naturally, they come back clean, and so the captain called me yesterday and said that I was cleared to come back. It's gonna be awkward, since this was a false report and I hadn't done anything illegal or dangerous. I'm still getting paid. Wait, can't she get into trouble? Like don't you get in like 2 months of jail or something for false reporting? I don't know what it was. I don't know where they live, but it's like there has to be a certain law that you can't do this to people. I'm still getting paid for the mini staycation and I'm back to work later. Oh, okay, at least you got paid. It's like a PTO, but okay. Well done, lady. All you achieved is wasting taxpayer dollars, getting me tested for making a joke, and letting me sit at home playing Minecraft while binge watching some of the shows I've been meaning to catch up. Way to go, you miserable bee. Okay. Top comment. At least you got a few days paid. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Okay, another comment. I spot an opportunity there for additional time off. Okay, so someone replied, I worked with a lady who would occasionally have people she knew report to her for seeming high. She'd then get sent to be drug tested and be off until the results came back. Since it always came back clean, she'd get paid. Eventually, she did it too many times and management started asking questions. She confessed and was fired. They could only prove one time, but she only confessed to the most recent, so she only had to pay back 3 days of pay. Yeah, but now you have a bad reputation. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't seem that credible anymore. Like, people are not gonna trust you. People are not gonna want to talk to you. And do you know what I mean? Should we do one more story? I'll do one more story. Don't worry, guys. I got you. Oh, one from 8 hours ago. It's a really short one, so perfect. Would you tolerate entitlement if someone is struggling? Depends on the type of entitlement. Maybe like I get the bare minimum for them and do my part as like a good Samaritan, a good human, and khalas, I finished it. But no, I wouldn't go like, let me help you and let me do this and this and this, because then I would just feel like you're not gonna respect me, I'm not gonna respect you. Finished. You know what I mean? Also, ignore that painting. That one I did when I was like 10. Please ignore it. I don't want any comments about it, because I don't want to take it down because my parents say, oh my god, it's nice and you're a kid. Just ignore it. Okay. They say let me just digress and continue the story. For example, dealing with personal problems, does that make it more acceptable? You try to be understanding and supportive, but over time they start expecting you to always be available, listen to their problems for hours, and drop what you're doing whenever they need something. Would you tolerate it for a while or set boundaries or step back completely? I didn't know this was gonna be like a little questionnaire, but I wouldn't tolerate it. I would first like they shouldn't be like tolerating anything that's disrespectful or anything like this. You should first, from the beginning,
in the beginning,
you should be like, okay, this is not how you're supposed to talk to me. I will help you with this one thing because I'm a good person for myself. Like I want to help you. However, if you're going to continue talking this way, I'm going to stop helping you, and you're going to have to, figure it out on your own. That's it. It's like gentle parenting. You gotta tell them that this is how it is gonna be, and just unbothered, because the more bothered you are, the more they're gonna be like confused and offended, and they're gonna turn on you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, those type of people are usually always like that. But anyway, so top comment says, if someone is struggling, they still need to respect you. A simple, do you have the mental space for this, is a good way for them to consider your feelings in the moment. OP said, true. I feel like with these type of people, there's no reason, there's no need to try to be all philosophical with them, because you have to also realize that these situations usually are like quick and like just gets passed along. Like, it's not like the everything in your life. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna need to spend a lot of time with these people unless you do, but at the same time, these people don't have like the capacity to understand this. Like, if they're being already like this, like entitled and disrespectful, don't expect more from them. You know what I mean? You should just kind of keep it at what you think they can handle. I'm not saying it like in a demeaning or way, but it's like in a literal sense. Like, okay, you don't understand what's happening, you can't read the room properly, you don't have the manners, then I'm gonna assume that that's because you weren't taught this. That's not how, like, there's no one that I refuse to believe that someone is on purpose. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're on purpose, then there's just no way. So I always assume, okay, you weren't taught this, you don't know this, so I'm gonna treat you like an ignorant person. Like, this is how it is. I'm not gonna ask you questions like philosophically, do you have that mental space for this? Do you know how this is making me like? That's like a child. Like, this is what you're doing. This is the consequence. End of story. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about these stories. If you agree with my opinions that I've said so far, tell me what I should do next for the videos. I had a poll on my posts, and someone said to do a horror game. So tell me if you guys would also like me to do a horror game, or maybe another Reddit story reading discussion sort of video. And if it were to be a horror game, which one? Because there's too many to choose from, and I don't really know which one you guys like, because I don't really play Roblox that much. Look at my cat. I don't really play Roblox that much, so I'm not like, well versed in those games. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.